comes in contact with a guest to your town is making either a positive or negative influence to our guests' overall experience. That's right, anyone from law enforcement or municipal workers to grocery workers. So today's class is all about how to interact with our guests to guarantee we play our own personal role in exceeding expectations and use the latest in human connection techniques. We will cover how to connect with people on a down-to-earth level, how to use greetings and build rapport, how to determine a guest's needs, how to apply your expert knowledge, and how to leave guests feeling good. Make that great! Now, on a personal note, for those of you who depend on tips in your work, you will make more money if you apply today's lessons to your everyday interactions. Now, we know that humans like good communication. We like to be understood and to understand others as well. It feels good when we communicate well. Let's not forget that these courses are all about how we make our guests feel so that they have a great overall experience, brag about it, and return. So let's learn how to take our guests to a place where they feel good about your community. You need to meet visitors where they are in their own bubble of reality within 15 to 20 seconds of them entering your 8-foot circle. Now, for our purposes, let's suppose that you're working at the ticket counter at a local attraction, like a museum, and a long line is formed because it's a busy day. Now, let's place ourselves in that line with our own family. What thoughts are going through your mind? Ugh, I hate lines. Why don't they schedule enough ticket sellers? How long is this going to take? Does anyone even know there's a line? Why doesn't someone do something? Okay, what you've just done is a little exercise in anticipating needs. The more experience you've had at ticket taking at an attraction or just working with people in lines anywhere, the more you know about what is on their minds while waiting, I'm sure. Now, other large national attractions who have frequent busy periods have found that addressing guests' needs while they're waiting relieves stress that can build up if needs are not addressed. Now, we need to connect with our guests so that they understand that you understand their concerns and are taking action. Best practice? Acknowledge the presence of guests in long lines by making eye contact with the group and exclaim, "Good morning" or "Good afternoon. We will be with you as soon as we can." Or, "Hey guys, it's really busy in here today. We're going to get to each one of you as soon as possible." And then give a realistic time expectation if the wait can be long. Now, another way to acknowledge guests when you're busy at any type of job is to simply make eye contact with a nod or hand gesture to let them know that you are aware that they have a need. Number 2, needs determination. Guests often have several levels of need when they come to a major city or are just walking around the neighborhood. Use active listening and paraphrasing skills to summarize their request and verify connection. So let's go back to our ticket counter. A guest is now in front of your station and across the counter from you. A more formal greeting is in order as you start this type of transaction. So make eye contact, face them squarely with a smile and say, "Welcome to our museum today. Thank you for your patience while waiting. How may I help you?" Now this time we want the visitor to tell us their need and we will then summarize. Best practice? Summarize the guest's request or statement by using their keywords and phrases and check for agreement. So you want to make sure that you see and do everything here in 3 hours. Is that right? Or you say you're interested in the special exhibit and lunch, right? Or sounds like you're concerned about sticking to a schedule, huh? What you just did is called paraphrasing, and it's a tool in active listening. Active listening is engaging with others, as opposed to staring expressionless as a guest tells you something you've heard 50 times today and printing out tickets and collecting money. Now, the guest now understands that you heard and understood them. You've just established rapport, used their own words, and are now prepared to take them where you want them to go to have the best experience possible. Good communications feels good. Now that you've established that you are a good listener and trained well, you will actually receive more respect from your guest. Here comes the easy part, being the expert that you are at your job. Number 3, knowledge and solutions. After establishing rapport and understanding the need, the next step is to prove your worth to the visitor by sharing your expertise, suggesting solutions, and offering insight. Best practice? Ideally offer 2 or 3 choices. This allows the guest to choose without being overwhelmed or feeling like they're being told what to do. Now, first, make sure that you have established credibility before you answer. Say something like, "Well, in my experience," or I found that other guests who've expressed the same concern, or, now what I've seen in the past here is, or, here are some choices I've offered to others in your situation. You can also try using language of suggestion. You know, you may wish to, or, I suggest that, or, you know, you may want to consider. Number 4, nourish the relationship. Now it's time to wrap up the transaction and ensure that you are leaving things with the customer on a positive note. Best practice, verify that you have met their needs. Ma'am, did you get everything you needed about, and then use her keywords. Or, hey, do you feel like you have all the information you need about, and then again, use the guest's keywords. Also, be reassuring and tactfully close the exchange. Anytime you have a question during your visit, any of us here at the counter or the reception desk would be happy to give you a hand. Create a visual in the visitor's mind for future positive experiences. Sir, we realize you had a choice of what to do with your time today, so thank you for visiting our museum and come back soon. Or, thanks for stopping by the museum store. Come back and see us. So there you have it. The takeaways for today are: humans love good communication. By using listening with a simple process, you can enhance visitors' experiences. You are an expert at your job, and your knowledge is valued. First impressions matter, but so do lasting impressions. Now, your next class is about anticipating the needs of different kinds of guests and being ready to wow them with your best. Now, take the knowledge quiz and press submit to see if you got everything correct. If you did not, then watch this video again or review the parts that weren't clear to you and take the test again. Once you get all answers correct, then submit for review. Now, if you ever want to review what you've learned here, just come back anytime. We're here 24/7 for you.